What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Nocterra issue number 14. As we dive into our Indie Comics weekend, we are picking up with Scott Snyder's amazing story. Over the last 14 issues, we have seen so much going on, but the Sundog Convoy has finally made their way to Eden. They have made their way to Eos. Now it is time for our heroes to learn the truth. To learn everything there is to know about the people that created all of this. The origins of Lux. The light that stops all of Nox and these evil forces from taking over. And once they learn the truth, will the Sundog Convoy be able to save the world? Will the formula that they have been carrying around be able to bring the Lux across the globe? To bring out the light and destroy the darkness. Make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up in Eos. The Sundog Convoy has now come face to face with those that have built everything here. Looking almost humanoid in nature, these people may have been humans at one point in time, but we see that they have evolved. They have become something more. And when these Lightbringers tell all of Sundog Convoy that you are welcome, to make yourselves at home, Val and the others, they're not so ready to just kick up their legs and call it a day. The Sundog Convoy raises up their weapons. The bat-like creatures that are flying around them. These guys are really a defense mechanism, so they see the Sundog Convoy really as a threat. And the people of Eos, they don't understand what's happening. The Sundog Convoy was just rescued from death. They believe that this should be enough to earn their trust. But the Sundog Convoy don't see it that way, as they begin to open fire on all of these little flying monsters. The people of Eos, they try to tell them to stop, that they are just protective. And so while they do hold their fire, M goes on to say that they are also protective, that it has been a very long ride, and they have learned some very interesting facts about the people of Eos. For example, they built this whole place to bring Lux here and hoard it for themselves. Not only that, they went out of their way to create an army of mercenaries, ones that would keep anybody away from these safe havens, created from the very nanocarbon that Val is right now. The way the Sundog Convoy sees it, they were left to die. They were left out in the dark. And while the people of Eos try to let them know that they don't understand, the Sundog Convoy believe that they understand just fine. They have the journal, they have the equations the grandfather wanted to use to spread the Lux across the earth. And so they have come to avenge him by uploading it. But the people of Eos say that they have been misled, telling Bailey that they don't want any kind of vengeance for Augustus. They loved Augustus. They loved him so much that he is the face of their AI program. It was modeled after him. And this is where they see the AI model. But they want to run this program. They want to see how it works. They want to see if it is possible to bring the light to the world. And so bringing this to the computer, they type in all of the coding. As they press that enter button, they wait for something to happen. That's when the ground begins to rumble, almost like a tremor at the very core of Eos. And then they feel a real shift in the tectonic plates. Things are cracking, rearranging themselves. With a giant boom, everything stops. And that is when the lights go out. One by one, the portals of Lux close up. Not just on Eos, but across the globe. That equation had crashed the system. It descended the Earth into darkness, completely unprotected. And that is when Nox comes to claim everything. But this was just a simulation. They're not gonna try it without at least testing it out first. We see that this equation was a complete failure. That if they were to really input it, it would be the end of Earth altogether. This is when the people of Eos go on to explain where all of this started. These two forces, the Lux and the Darkness, they have been at war since the Big Bang. when light exploded out of darkness. That's when the race across the universe began. While the light has touched many planets, many worlds, it helped create life. For billions of years, darkness has chased down the light, trying to reclaim planet after planet by using its minions, one of them being Nox. How it happened, they don't know. The only thing they do know is that it inevitably does happen. This is the story of our universe. Planet after planet, darkness eventually consumes the light. For all they know, Earth is the last planet in their galaxy that is still unclaimed by the darkness. And while the darkness has taken over most of the Earth, they do consider this to be unclaimed. You see, Project EOS is based on the work of hundreds of the world's greatest scientists, generations of them. And what they calculated was that the darkness and Nox, they would take Earth in less than 50 years from this moment. So they decided themselves to fight the darkness by bringing the only light that repels it. That's when they brought the Lux, a light that evolves life, bringing it closer to perfection, just as the darkness corrupts and de-evolves it. That is why they built EOS, why they ran Augustus' equation to seal themselves off. As long as there is Lux on Earth, the darkness and Nox will not be able to claim the planet. They may not have been able to save all of humanity, but they have saved enough of it. But the way that M and the rest of them see this is that you had 50 years. You saw the darkness coming for 50 years. Yet you still did this. You saved yourselves now. You did it without sharing information, without giving anybody a chance. They had no idea future generations could solve this problem. So you ask us, do we think that you are villainous? Of course we do. And while they believe that there is no other way to fight the darkness, M doesn't accept this as an answer. But the people of Eos, they have had enough. They have explained their position, and so they are going to give the Sundog Convoy one chance. You can stay, you can evolve, you can become something more, or you can die. Now, back at the front gate, we have the rigs, the Sundog Convoy's trucks, all of them lined up, but none of them knew that they had an unexpected guest, somebody hanging on, trying to make his way into Eos. Grabbing one of these bird-like creatures, we see Black Top Bill, transforming one of these creatures into a creature of darkness. The darkness has made its way inside of Eos, and Black Top Bill has come to snuff out the light. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This was a fun issue. We definitely got some in-depth explanation on why the Lux is the way it is, why the people of Eos have been hoarding all the light, and both sides make some good arguments. While the people of Eos, they saw this as an opportunity. They couldn't spread the Lux across the globe, but they could make small, isolated spots across the world. The way that they see it, these small pockets of light resistance, this is stopping the darkness from fully taking over. That means that humanity still has a chance. The way that the Sundog Convoy sees it, that they had more advance notice than anybody else, and they told nobody. They let the world descend into darkness. They watched as people were turned into horrible creatures, as families, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers were all massacred. So for the Sundog Convoy, they are just as guilty as everybody else. They are just as complacent. They do not see what Eos has done as a good thing. While they may have saved small pockets of humanity across the world, they let everybody else burn. They let everybody else descend into darkness. But now the Sundog Convoy has a decision to make. Will they stay here in Eos? Will they evolve and become something more? Will they become the Lightbringers, the beings of light? Or will they choose to walk away? More importantly, Blacktop Bill has made his arrival, so they may not even have the opportunity to decide. This may be the day that Eos falls. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this series, be sure to check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with Nocterra. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.